So branding yourself. So let's give her a big welcome as she comes to teach us about this.
Hello everyone. Today I just want to talk to you guys about my business is Espresso Culture. Espresso Culture is hair, art, and fashion. I'm a natural hairstylist. I've been a natural hairstylist for 18 years. I also have a modeling development agency, which is called SQ Models. So the title of the series today that I'm talking to you guys about is called Being the Brand. And wondering, what exactly does branding mean to you guys? Branding is a term that is usually kind of thrown around in the business world. But really, each and every one of you are a walking brand, whether you know it or not. When we say brand just means what image is it that you're portraying to people when they see you. When people meet you, when they see you, when they talk to you, what is it that they see? What is it that you want them to see? So this is not going to be like one of those sessions where I just talk and you guys listen. I want to kind of get your feedback and know what it is that you think that you want people to relate, that you want to relate to people, and what also you may have in mind styles and things like that, because that's what I want it to be known for. So that in itself, that's a brand. That's creating a brand for yourself. Whether you like fashion, whether you want to be in modeling, whether it's in, nothing that has to do with those fields, engineering, anything, whatever it is, you need to be sure, or at least start thinking about what it is that you want to do as far as, working, being involved, and say, what do I portray when I walk in the room? What do people see when they see me? So, I see we got some teenagers in the house, so whatever that is, when people see you, somehow you should relay some kind of message that says, this is what I'm about right now. And branding can change. Branding or your image can change. We're not going to be the same as whatever you put the most into. When you put on your image, your confidence, all of those kind of things. What else do you have that you can go off of when you first meet somebody? You only have their image, only what you see, what you relate to people. So when you do that, it's really important that you say, whether it is, like I said, for me, it's in fashion and it's in modeling, because that's what I'm in right now. But before that, it was hair. So how many of you really know what direction you want to be in right now, like as far as what career or what it is that you want to do? Okay, that's a lot. How many of you feel like you relay that in your image? When people look at you, they know that that's what you want to do. Okay, I'm just going to pick somebody to tell me what it is that you're wanting to do. Back here with the love circle.
Well, because I like to really work with kids and teachers.
Good. That's exactly it. People will start to say, she's always around kids. She seems to enjoy herself when she's around kids. That's what you'll be known for. That's your brand. So that's all branding is. With I'm trying to make sure I stay on point, because I can kind of get long-winded and go all off course. But when you study, so when you decide whatever your direction is or something that you want to be, you should study it. You should know for sure, know your craft. When I decided I wanted to do hair, I studied, what type of hair do I want to do? What did I want to specialize in? And I wanted to specialize in healthy hair when I got out of high school. So I knew it was a certain area of something that I wanted to do. So you study your craft, you learn it, and the more and more you know about it, the more you become that which you want to be. So whatever it is, I say that you should first decide what it is, then start to really study it, get into it, and learn it, and then think about, am I displaying that when I go to talk to people, when I'm with my friends, wherever, because you never know when you'll run into that opportunity or who's watching for you to be able to move into whatever business it is that you want to do. So, like I said, the word brand is something that you hear a lot as far as in the business world, but for you guys, it's your signature, what you're known for. what people see when they see you. So, what is some things, do any of you, just from our conversation today, feel like you completely display what it is you want people to know about you? Or do you think you kind of relay a mixed feeling like, oh, I don't really know? What do you think?
I think
You think you display what you want to do, and what is that?
work with people. I don't know what I would like to do, but I work with people, like
So something that deals, she's saying that she wants to work in something that deals with communication, dealing with people. So when people meet her, they should be able to see that she likes to talk, she likes to engage with people, because that's the area that she wants to work in. So if people don't see that, say she says, I want to work in communication, I want to be involved with people, but you're a really shy person, and you're really reserved, and that doesn't really relay the message that you're saying. You'd be like, well, you want to work with people, but you don't seem very outgoing. So, it takes time to work on it, but just start to think about it, because when we're young, like when I was in high school, all I knew was that I wanted to do hair. I didn't really know the full aspect of everything and have everything figured out. But if you know that one key point or key thing that you want to do, you can build on that. And as you build on it, as the years come, it starts to bring opportunities, it starts to bring money to you in your direction, because you have become that brand that we're speaking about. And people like it, they see it, they want to help you develop it, or they may want to just use your talent in whatever it is that you're doing. If she relays communication well to me, I would say, hey, I really like the way you communicate. Let me have you come to my office and we talk about you being on my team. She has shown me that that's what she's strong in. That is her signature, or what we call her brand. Question?
yeah. Okay, so what's the brand that you don't know how to collaborate? But I want to architect. How do you show that?
How do you show? Okay, so if she's saying that she wants to be an architect, and how do you relate to people that you want to be an architect? Well, I think my definition would be there should be things that you do in your life that always revolve around either drawing, things like that have to do with, architect, that's kind of a hard one, but there should be an area of your life where you're always drawing or doing things to catch people's attention, where they say you're always doing something that has to do with, building or drawing pictures. So that would be my answer as far as architect. Any other questions? What about as far as, how many of you in here have ever wanted to be in hair or fashion or modeling? No one? That's rare. Okay. So the ones that raise your hand, do you think right now, if I didn't know you and I just came to the building, do you think if you display the image of wanting to be in hair and fashion or modeling?
Well,
Maybe. So if you think about it, so the key thing is you already said you know that that's something that you want to be in, then you can start to build around that or build off of that. You're like, okay, I know, I don't know which one you said. Was it fashion? Hair. Okay, so you say, I know I want to be involved in hair. But that's like, have you guys ever been to somebody that does hair, but their hair isn't done? And you be like, wait, what? Like, you do hair, but you're going to do my hair, but your hair looks like that. That's a prime example of somebody not showing that they have a brand, because you have to sell people on what you believe in or what you're doing. I don't want you to do my hair, your hair looks a mess. It's like, no. So that's just like modeling, and I keep going back to that because this is what I know. If I say that I'm a model, but I have poor posture, and I'm kind of like, and walking around, that's not relaying the image of what I want to say. So if you're going to say that whatever it is, like we talked about, whatever it is that you want to do, you need to relay that. You need to be sure of it. Even if you haven't quite got all the nuts and bolts worked out about how you're going to get to being that, in that specific position or whatever, you need to start building yourself around that. She wants to do hair, okay, I'm going to start doing more up-to-date hairstyles, because when I see you, I'm like, oh, your hair is cute. Who does your hair? I do. There you go. The same thing with modeling. You always dress really cute. Where do you get your clothes at? Oh, well, I do a little modeling and stuff like that. So photography. Say, there's a photographer, somebody's always taking pictures. And you're always taking pictures. Do you want to do photography? Yes. That signature, that is what we look at people and we start to automatically, just even me looking at everybody in this room, you automatically get a first impression of every person when you see them. And it's not being judgmental, it's what that person is relaying to you. So, any questions? Yes.
If you want to be a plastic surgeon, how do you brand yourself?
How do you brand yourself to be a plastic surgeon? Well, that's a good one. For me, I would say you're always studying in your field. You're always studying because my daughter, she wants to be a surgeon, not a plastic surgeon, but she wants to be a surgeon. And she's always reading, she's always on the internet doing things that has to deal with that field. So when I look at her and when I see her, or anybody, she could be at the library, she could be at school, people will start to notice your study habits or something is different about what you're doing. Like you're not doing the norm of what everybody else is doing. You're learning your craft. You're learning, you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So you're doing something that's different than what everybody else is doing, and that's going to make somebody notice and say, wait a minute, she's doing something, this is what she likes, this is her passion, because she's always into that. That in itself is still a brand. So on the shelves, everything, that person has thought about how to make you guys and me as a consumer notice that product or want it or need it. And that's what a brand is all about. Making people feel like you need me to do this, or this is what I do. I can help your business. This is, the brand is you. So that's what I didn't learn that till like in my late 20s. I would always hear people in big corporations talk about branding. I'm like, what is branding? What are they talking about? It didn't make sense to me. But the whole time that I had been going through my journey, I was relaying a brand to people, and I didn't even know it because no one ever sat down and told me what it was about. But I always tried to be really fashionable and that kind of thing, and people would come up to me about it and things like that. But I never knew that could be considered a brand until someone sat me down and gave me the definition of if this is what you want to be involved in, if this is what you want out of life, this is your brand. So that's why I wanted to really make sure you guys, as being in high school, understood that, because if I could have gotten it earlier, I think knowing like, oh, okay, so I relate an image to people, and they look at me and say, oh wow, this is what she does. I think I would have did a lot more, a lot faster, because I was always aggressive and a go-getter. Like, I know this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be. But when you start learning more about the definition of things, when you start thinking outside of high school and getting into college and meeting with other people, they're going to introduce you to stuff that's kind of new. So if you start to learn, like, okay, so is this a brand? And knowing different things like that, it'll help you a little further along, a little faster, I know. Okay, well, I don't know if I'm at my time yet. I was supposed to be at like 3:30. What time is it?
13.
Oh, okay, so we still have some time. Let's see. I want to do something. I want to kind of, and I'm not judging you guys. Just looking into the audience, I want to see if I can decide what it is, what you guys are interested in. Or, just from what you have on today, the way you look today, do you think I would be able to know what it is that you want to do? No?
No.
Okay. Somebody says you want to be a comedian, but I see that, but that's not what I would say. You seem like you want to be somebody that's in charge of something. I don't know. I get that from the jacket, just from the blazer. A lot of Um, yeah, leadership. That's the only thing I can see. Singer. See? Okay, I wouldn't have got that. Well, okay. Let's see. Okay, I can't see you from back there. Okay.
What? Oh, you can't talk about this dress that you got. Okay, don't come for it. It's a shirt, remember?
Okay, let's see. Do you want to scoot over some? I can't see your shoes. So it looks like you have a style that's kind of different. Like you want to relay something different to people. You want to be fashionable, but not like the average everybody else. Am I kind of on point? Okay, so tell me, what is it that you want to do? A dancer and a rebel. Okay. Well, just from your side, you can see that something's not, it's not the average everyday look. So, the dancer portion, I probably wouldn't get to know that until after I see, but at least in the beginning, it shows that you're out of the box. So, that's good.
Out of the box.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
I want to be an artist.
You seem serious. You seem like a person that, I don't know, you just seem serious, like you do you study a lot, or, yeah, you seem like a serious person that studies. I don't know, I can see you being something, doctor, or some kind of office field, corporate America, or something like that. You seem very studious. That's what I get from you. The first thing that stands out to me is study. Like, you seem like you're very serious about what you do. So what do you want to be? She wants to be a neurosurgeon. Okay. Okay, come on. I can't see these lights.
I am too.
Okay. You seem you like to laugh. You seem kind of fun, playful. So I don't know as far as do you sing? You don't sing? Okay. What is it you want to be? A mega entrepreneur. Okay. In what area?
Everything. I just want a home. I want to own the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and the car washes and the quick trips and just about movie theaters and yeah.
Okay, so you want to, that's called franchising.
Yeah.
You want to, yeah, you
I
want
want
to.
my own bakery because that's just the time.
Okay. So you have to have a plan of how you're going to get the money to do that, because it takes money to buy it. Okay, the orange shirt. You have to raise your hand. Okay. Fashion. Sparkly. You want to be noticed. I'm not sure what your field is, but your fashion tells me that you like attention, and you like to be fashionable. So, what is it that you want to do? Plastic surgeon. Are you going to be the plastic surgeon with like the sequins on the jacket? No, but okay, I wouldn't have got that from you. I thought more something in the fashion area. So, okay. But that's not to say that just because you want to be a plastic surgeon, you can't dress trendy. That doesn't mean you have to be all serious with lasers and that kind of thing. It's just, you're still in high school, so you're still young. You're going to have fun with stuff. What do you want to be right here? This, right here. What? Yeah, this looking away. Okay. You seem serious. That's why I asked you. She's not. She's been just like staring and listening the whole time. She hasn't really practiced. Wow. She's like, So, okay, question. Well, I mean, I know we have some males in the back, but we seem to have all ladies entering. Okay, what about you? What do you want to be? Okay, yeah. So see how she was talking like I'm a sales executive, you know. It's I would have said something, I don't know, I thought it was something like in fashion, modeling. Okay. So that's the first image that I see when I see her. Just like I said, each one of you, when I see you, just like I know when you see me, there's a image that you see when you first see me, like, oh. So, okay, tell me, what did you guys, when you first saw me, what did you think? Like, did you think I went here, or did you, you two on the front?
I said,
Okay, you didn't know I was Destiny's brother. What would be the first thing you would see? I look quiet. Okay. So what other people? What did you like?
Okay, well, I kind of thought you wanted to know the like hands to like design and then your hair and I have to kind of
I'm actually short. I just wear really high heels, but people see me out and they're like, what? I'm only 5'2". Yeah. Right. So, and that's the thing. Now that's something I don't try to do, but that's what I've become because that's the industry I'm in. So that's what I mean when I say you display what you are. So when I walk in the room, that's usually the response that I get. Either people think you're a model, I'm a model, or something to do with hair, which is what she said. So when you think about yourself and your brand, and you know, what do I want to become? What do I want people to know about me? Think about that when you're picking out your clothes, because it will start to change the way you dress, the way you look. You won't start to look like the average everyday person. You'll start to kind of find your own style. Okay, so I think my time is up because I see somebody with their finger, 5 fingers. Is my time up?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got about 5 more minutes. Anything else that you guys want to know from me? Now it's kind of like an open floor. Is there anything that you guys wanted to know or want to ask me before we end the session? Okay, I'll go back here. I've been natural for 9 years. Yes, so I used to do relaxed hair, and I was always into healthy hair. But I went natural after I started doing a lot of expos and shows and things like that, and realized the way that I could have my clients have the ultimate experience in natural hair was for us to go natural, to take all the chemicals off the hair. Because when you take the chemicals out your hair, you can still do everything that you did with your hair when it was relaxed. A lot of people don't understand that, but you can have clients with hair that's long and flowing. Some of them, you know, have roller sets. Some of them have locks. You know, it's whatever you want to do. How creative you want to be. That means my time is up, I think. My daughters will give you guys some cards. These are my 2 daughters over here. That's me and my oldest daughter, Victoria. So if you guys decide something you want to ask me later or email me, you can get the information.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to start. Stage.